Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. Firstly, thank you all who provided support for myself and other Australians who are going through our harsh lockdowns as Delta hits our country this year. Thank you so much. I also want to shout out to Nancy Pelosi. Well done, Nancy Pelosi in the US. She actually... I think put our, I was going to call him an errant Prime Minister, Scotty from marketing, Scotty the announcer. There's so many names for him. Prime Minister Scott Morrison, who's in America at the moment. I think Nancy Pelosi put him into a double bind. She said, you know, congratulations, thank you for being such a leader on climate change. Now, let me just tell you that Australia ranks last for climate change action out of nearly 200 countries. This was from a report assessing progress towards global sustainable development goals that was released in July of this year. Australia was last out of 193 United Nations member countries for action taken to reduce global greenhouse gas emissions. It received a score of 10 out of 100 in an assessment of fossil fuel emissions associated with imports and exports, and policy for prices on carbon. You get the message. What was our friend Nancy Pelosi doing? She was putting Scott Morrison, Scotty from marketing, in a double bind. He's now will return to Australia to have a bit of a stoush within his own party with those I guess far right group of his own party that are resisting climate change action and zero net emissions. So good on you, Nancy Pelosi. All right, now I just want to go to the energy cards first, and then we've got a fairly big agenda here. I want to look at the US government project or possible government shutdown, the raising of the debt ceiling, and if we've got time, whether or not the big infrastructure bill will get through. There's a whole lot of argy-bargy going on in the US Congress at the moment. I do want to move to Trump legal woes. You will have heard he is now suing his niece, Mary Trump, in the New York Times. Political experts are saying this is just a frivolous lawsuit. Why? To really take the focus off what else is going on. So then I go to the Georgia election interference investigation by the Georgia, I think it's Fulton County prosecutor. We might take a look at that. But also, will the DOJ lay charges post-congressional January 6th investigation? All sorts of things to read on, from Prince Andrew facing a civil suit and what's going to become on that one. Supply chains in Britain are they're undergoing huge stress. Shelves are empty. Certain products can't be obtained. There's a huge shortage of lorry drivers, for example, because most of them came from the EU prior to Brexit. So we might do a separate reading on all of that. What else do I need? All right, let's just go for it, eh? Let's just go for the energy reading. All right, what are the underlying energies as we move into this weekend? We've just come off a full moon in Pisces. Thank you for those that fed back on that reading, astrology reading. We are looking at a new moon in Libra, and of course Libra is all about justice. Balance and justice. Truth, balance and justice. Okay. And what's good for the many? All right. What are the underlying energies for this week? So we've got Caterpillar. We've got opportunity coming here as we move into the weekend and move into next week. Opportunity. What are the opportunities? You know, number 4 in numerology, this is foundations. And I think of that which is out of balance can be put back into balance. what is broken. There's you get to a common consensus that it needs to be fixed. What isn't working needs to be made workable, and the opportunity is to see where change needs to occur. And we've got Herald of Change, of course. The Horseman, number 33, solutions, sometimes spiritual solutions as well. Herald of Change, the Horseman, Herald of Change and the opportunity. So rather than, rather than focusing on one perspective about what's going on, there is another perspective, and that is that there is opportunity within changing times. What are those opportunities? Well, that's a discovery. And we've got Skybridge, the possibility for union. Reminds me a bit of the Hierophant card. So similar messages to what I've been getting over the last few months, that one of the great opportunities of this time is deepening your spiritual connection. Just before I opened up for this reading, I thought, I wonder where my orbs are today. And as I started shuffling the cards, I got a little orb circling around me. So, I know there's a great opportunity here for to deepen spiritual connection, to live more spiritually. I was out for 2 rides, was it yesterday or the day before, on my e-bike? 1 ride yesterday. And absolutely enjoying the world around me. So we've got deep, quiet meditation and stillness. That's something else I've been doing as well. That's number 11. So that's suggesting to me, number 11 is like a gateway to spirit, that if you want to connect with spirit, if you're feeling like you need to connect with spirit, then meditate. However that comes to you, whether you sit out in nature, whether you sit in the lotus position and meditate that way, whether whatever your way of meditation is. For some it can be a surfer can be out surfing and be in that meditative state. It's about a real connection with the present and a real connection with your environment. Okay, right, they're the energy cards. Let's take a look at some of these questions. All right, will there be a government shutdown? I don't think so. I think that somehow a lot of leveraging is going on at the moment, and the stakes are pretty high. I do feel for the Democratic Party there is such a diverse base from progressive through to moderate, and getting consensus there is really difficult. But I have to say, Pelosi is one intelligent woman, and just what a great steward she has been will become obvious in time, particularly during those 4 years of the Trump presidency. All right, so will there be a government shutdown? The White House has briefed its government agencies to prepare for one, but is not saying that is a predictor. It's just saying it's doing the sensible thing and asking for agencies, government departments to prep for a potential or possible shutdown. All right, so will the government shut down? I do feel that in some way the bill will be uncoupled and that they will move some kind of short-term spending bill. And we've got the Three of Wands. This is doing the work, and a lot of work is going on behind the scenes, but it's also being patient, waiting, standing. We don't know the answer yet. The ship is coming in, but we can't see it yet. It's a positive card, challenged by the Queen of Pentacles. So this is what I feel, that a lot of work is going on behind the scenes here with across the aisles with all members, all senators, to look at what would happen if the government shuts down in the middle of a pandemic. it would destabilise. There's the Queen of Pentacles, destabilise everything. The Foundation is the Four of Pentacles, insecurity, holding back. This is the foundation of the reading. We're not quite there yet, are we? This is about building a fortress around to protect from the outside threats, I guess. But it's also standing your ground. So this is what we're seeing at the moment. Both the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are standing their ground. Republican Party has obviously different aims, including to scuttle the Biden agenda. But will they go so far as shutting the government down? Will the Democratic Party allow that to happen? There's a lot of insecurity here. The Ten of Swords in the past, this is ending of cycles. We all know how at times unworkable Congress is. The margins are razor slim, but this is also the Republicans in defeat. What are they prepared to do is the question. Now, we've got the potential here in the sky being strength. So I do feel that my intuition on this is that somehow the bills, the government spending bills will be uncoupled. We do have that, the Ace of Pentacles in the near future, which means that it looks like supply will continue. Monetary supply will continue. And we've got the Queen of Wands. I think that is indicating a consensus of agreement. I am drawn to the two lions in this pack. Queen of Wands and the Strength card, and that is Pelosi as well, Pelosi's Strength. We've got the Four of Wands, of course, at the base of the pack, which is my card for the Democratic Party, and the Two of Wands. They do have a plan within all of this, and the Six of Swords moving out of troubled waters, moving on. So I feel the Democratic Party are prepared for all contingencies. I think Pelosi is a highly skilled negotiator, and I do feel that there is a plan, a method within all of this that the Democratic Party has. But I wouldn't be surprised if the government monetary supply bill might be uncoupled and passed as a short-term measure to avert a government shutdown. Okay, now the more trickier, well, I guess the trickier question here in some ways is, will the debt ceiling be raised? The Republicans are saying to the Democratic Party, you must do that on your own to pay for your excessive, exorbitant, irresponsible spending in your infrastructure bill. And of course, some of the debt ceiling remains from the Trumpian years and the measures he passed. Nonetheless, it's exorbitant tax cuts for the uber wealthy, the billionaires. Okay, so let's have a look at the debt ceiling. Will the debt ceiling be raised? I can't see either party allowing it not to be. But I do have a feeling that the Democratic Party might have to go it alone. I don't know how all of that's going to work. Will the debt ceiling be raised? Will the debt ceiling be raised? The Ace of Pentacles, yes, it will be. The challenge here is the Eight of Cups. So this is walking away from the table, walking away from what no longer works. It's like resignation. So it looks like the debt ceiling gets raised, but not everybody's at the table. Foundation is the Four of Wands, the Democratic Party. My card for the Democratic Party. The Knight of Swords. I think it will become, I don't know what the Republican Party is trying to do here. Obviously scuttle Biden's agenda, but it's not really going to work because the truth is there for people to see, something coming forward very quickly. The Queen of Wands. Okay, here she is again. She's the potential here. And of course, she gets things done. She moves forward. She stabilizes things. And the immediate future is the Princess of Cups. It's not without its surprises here. Not without its surprises. You could get, I don't know, will you get some Republicans in the Senate coming across to lift the debt ceiling? Endings and beginnings, the World card clarified. So, look, yes, I think it will be raised, but I'm not sure Republicans are at the table here. The Sun card, full illumination. Again, what is the opportunity in changes? We get to see exactly what's going on. And the Three of Pentacles coming together, and the Princess of Pentacles to stabilise something. I do feel that there might be some, is it Lisa Murkowski? It won't be 100% of Republicans will walk away from negotiations. I don't think so. I do think it will be lifted, but there will be significant Republicans who may not even, I don't know whether they're not even going to vote on it. There's some sort of walking away from the table, but the Democratic Party do manage to lift that debt ceiling. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles, yeah, holding back. Some are going to hold back on that one. So let's have a look at the infrastructure bill. My initial intuition there is that it's going to be watered down even more, and I don't know how that's going to be sold to the progressives who actually want it to go bigger. They've made significant concessions. Will the debt ceiling, will the infrastructure bill, it looked like it was going to get over the line. Now Manchin, the thorn in everyone's side, is saying wait until 2022. You'd have to question whose side he is on. But the razor slim majority in the Senate means that they've got to negotiate with him. So, will the infrastructure bill be passed? Now I'm seeing somebody toasting, so we've got it, yes it will, but there are going to be further concessions made. Will this infrastructure bill be passed? I think the concessions are made with Manchin and Sinema. Knight of Wands, yes, it does move forward. And we've got the challenge being, former guy always inserting himself, and his legacy is always ever present, which is stopping movement forward in so many ways. But we know that, don't we? The Hierophant, the government, yes, it will be passed. The Seven of Swords, lies. Somebody's lying here. Somebody's not being totally honest. Everybody knows the infrastructure bill should be passed, but we've just got this usual behaviour in the Congress. The Democratic Party will have a win on this. The Nine of Wands, though, indicates there will be some, as the outcome card, there will be some boundaries put through it. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, they're going to have to negotiate even further down from, I think it's at 3.5 trillion now. It will come down, I think, in order to get the Manchin vote. Four of Cups, disappointment, but one cup is there. One cup is there. The Eight of Wands. Approval could go through quite quickly once these last, negotiations are made. All right, so let's go to Trump. The Georgia election. No, let's go to the Manhattan DA's investigation. You will know already that Weisselberg's lawyer said in court that there's likely going to be further indictments for Trump. Let's have a look here. For the Trump Organization, sorry. Of course, we go to Calamari, the financial controller, rose from the ranks of bodyguard to controlling the finances, as they do. All right, so will there be further indictments in the Trump tax fraud case in Manhattan? Will there be further indictments? So Two of Pentacles, manipulation of the money. And we've got moderation, balance. I think we're going to, that's also a December time frame. And of course, we know the wheels of justice move slowly, but surely. Slowly, but surely. That's the way it works. It doesn't go to our timeline. You've got to have your case. You've got to have the evidence there. You've got to have You know, we know the Manhattan DA has been working on Trump's inner circle to get them to flip. So we're a little bit away from that, but Two of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups, or an offer of some sort, and this could be to get Calamari, whatever his name is, talking, being offered to turn over evidence. Of course, they found extra documents in someone's basement, so the case gets strengthened. Ten of Wands. It's been hard going for them, without a doubt. Two of Wands, so be patient. 2 months away, October, November. I think we're going to see some real action on this case toward the end of the year. And the Knight of Wands, yes, someone else is going to be indicted. 9 of Wands and 3 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. So, you know, that kind of sums up how everybody's feeling. But let's take a look at, I'm just going to switch the deck here. Will this be, let's see who it will be. I'll bring the laptop down and you can see how the cards are going to pan out. Okay. Will this be Calamari? Will Calamari be indicted by the Manhattan DA? 3 of Swords, well, there's loss and heartbreak here, and 10 of Swords, complete and utter downfall, and the 8 of Cups, loss. It's loss here for him. And it looks like they're dividing and conquering. 2 of Pentacles turns up again, walking a tightrope. He's got something, yeah, okay, so it will be him. He's got evidence to bring to bear, and their case has been strengthened by what they found in the basement. We have the Devil card, of course, being chained, greed, avarice, holding back information. But I think this is a significant win here for the Manhattan DA in getting this evidence, because I think it leads to other indictments down the track. So, next question is, I'm getting that end of year. Calamari could be indicted sooner than that, but something big is going down in that case toward the end of the year. Will the Trump children be indicted? Oh, too many cards are falling over. Let's go back. They're certainly extremely anxious about all of this, and this could be the reason why Trump is engaged in this frivolous lawsuit with Mary Trump and the New York Times. They know what's coming. Well, let's just ask what were in the boxes that they found. Show me, Spirit, what were in the boxes. The Hierophant, government, something from the government, something to do with the government. The 6 of Cups, the past. Something around documentation, that fraudulent documentation in relation to the government, lying on their tax returns, lying on their submissions to government. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles has to do with other forms of income, and the Page of Swords looks like this will get this gets someone else to flip. Who on the King of Pentacles, Trump. I think there were documents there that were fraudulently filled out. It may be undeclared sources of income. This does lead to Calamari, I think, flipping on Trump. Will the Trump children be indicted toward the end of the year? But we won't put a time frame on it. Will the Trump children be indicted by the Manhattan DA? Okay, the Star card. Well, that's a yes card. And the 6 of Swords, moving out of troubled waters. And, of course, extreme anxiety. The Ace of Cups, a new start here. The Empress card, abundance, money, my card for Russia. And Temperance, December time frame again. Balancing the books, balance their role in balancing the books. The Wheel of Fortune in the here and now. you know, it's kind of like a given that we're going to see these indictments. The king of rods, of course, is the investigators, the lawmakers, the prosecutors. The evidence is on their side. The conditions, the circumstances are on their sides. There has to be a decision made. This is a crossroads here. I think the Trump children also have to decide who they're going to, which camp they're going to come down on. So there is great loss here. Great loss, and the Knight of Swords as a result of the truth coming forward. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's like our wishes are fulfilled because the truth comes out, and there's loss. There's great loss for the Trump children. Great loss. Six of Rods here at the base of the pack. We've got a victor, and we've got the Ten of Swords. The downfall of who? The downfall of the devil. Why? Because of the evidence, the Eight of Wands that is coming forward. So I think it's even an inevitability because of the evidence that the Manhattan prosecutor has got, that the Trump children will be embroiled in this and will have to decide which side they're on. So just as Matthew Calamari is deciding what to do, whether to flip, so will the Trump children. Let's have a look at, will this result in an indictment for Donald Trump? Nine of Pentacles. You do the crime, you do the time. This is around his money. And the Seven of Pentacles, review, having to go back to the drawing board. At the foundation of the reading is Five of Swords, abuse of power. As I said, you do the crime. The Chariot in the past, things coming forward at him. Look, it's so many lawsuits that he is facing. The Two of Rods. The reading that I did around will Trump still be standing by 2024, I literally meant that. Will he actually even be in the picture here? The Two of Wands. That is something coming to fruition in time. The Six of Swords here as well, moving out of troubled waters. It's like, here he is. Here he is. The legal jeopardy that he's in, the legal consequences that he will have to face is of benefit to everybody. The Page of Cups, watch out for those bombshells, those surprises. Things are going to come out that we're not really expecting. And of course, this is the way that he's... well, this is money laundering, basically. So all of that is there. They're working their way. They've got the documents. They've got the evidence. They're working away, chipping away and getting people to flip. Ultimately, it ends up at Trump's doorstep, including the Trump children, the Lover's card. And the children will have to make, pretty hard decisions about whether they want immunity from prosecution. But anyway, I won't do Fulton County either. I think I'll lump that into a reading on the DOJ, looking at post-Congress January the 6th investigations, what happens then. We've seen almost step-by-step evidence now of the planning of a coup to overturn the 2020 election. There's got to be consequences for that. And what's going on in Georgia, in Fulton County, the DA there, what will happen there? So all of these things are continuing to move forward. But the good news is I think a government shutdown will be averted. Thanks for tuning in.